Hey everyone, welcome back to English Coach. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Leo. And today we're going to help you master one of the most practical English skills ever, talking about your day in natural, real-life English.
Exactly. This is something we all do every single day with friends, coworkers, classmates, or even just journaling or texting.
But most learners do it in a very basic way. Today we'll show you how to upgrade your English, make it more natural, and sound more fluent when describing your daily routine. Section 1. Talking about your morning.
Sophie, how does your typical morning look?
Honestly, my morning is simple. I usually wake up around 7 a.m., hit the snooze button once or twice, and then finally get out of bed around 7:10.
I think a lot of people do that. I wake up at 6:30 and the first thing I do is drink water. Then I check my phone, even though I know I shouldn't.
Typical modern habit. So here are some useful morning expressions. I wake up at. I get up around. I make breakfast. I take a shower. I brush my teeth. I get ready for the day.
And to sound more like a native, use connectors. First.
Then,
After that.
finally, let's give an example of a natural-sounding morning description.
Sure. First, I wake up at 6:30. Then I make some coffee, take a quick shower, and get ready for work.
That already sounds much smoother and more natural. Section 2. Leaving the house and commuting.
Yeah, people usually say things like, I leave the house at, I go to school at, I head to work around.
Great verb, head. Instead of saying go, you can say I head to work, I head out, I head to school. It sounds more natural and conversational.
For commuting, you can say, I take the bus, I drive to work, I walk to school, I take the train. My commute takes about 20 minutes.
Here's my example. I leave the house around 7:15 and walk to the station. My commute takes about 25 minutes, so I usually listen to a podcast.
Nice. I usually drive, so mine would be I leave at 8, drive to the office, and arrive around 8:30, if there's no traffic.
Section 3. Starting your day, work or school.
Now, let's talk about what happens once you arrive at work or school.
If you're a student, you might say, I have classes in the morning. I usually start with math and then English.
Or for work, I check my emails. I plan my tasks for the day. I join meetings.
Native speakers use great expressions like, I get things done. I catch up on emails. I work on a couple of projects. I deal with clients.
Here's a natural example. When I get to work, I grab a coffee, check my schedule, and start working on my first task.
Very natural. Section 4. Mid-morning breaks. A lot of people take a break mid-morning.
Yes, and you can say things like, I take a quick break, I grab a snack, I talk to my coworkers, I stretch for a minute.
Here's mine. Around 10:30, I take a short break and make tea. It helps me stay focused. I usually just stretch or walk around a bit. Section 5. Lunchtime.
Okay, now lunchtime, the best part of the day.
Absolutely. You can say, I take my lunch break at. I bring lunch from home. I go out to eat. I grab something quick.
A natural example would be, I take my lunch break around 1 p.m. I usually bring food from home, like a salad or pasta.
Mine is I go out with coworkers most days. We usually grab a sandwich or something. All right, in the first part of this episode, we covered the morning, commuting, starting your day, and lunchtime. In the next, we'll continue with the afternoon, evening, night routine, and finally show you how to describe your entire day smoothly.
All right, welcome back. Now, let's continue with the afternoon. Sophie, what does your afternoon usually look like?
My afternoons are usually busy. After lunch, I go back to work and continue with my projects. I usually have at least one meeting, and then I spend the rest of the time finishing tasks from the morning.
Nice. My afternoons are similar. I normally check in with my team, answer messages, and try to wrap up whatever I didn't finish before lunch.
Some useful expressions for this part of the day are I get back to work, I finish my assignments, I meet with my team, class, I go over my notes, I complete my tasks.
And a very natural expression is, I try to stay productive in the afternoon, even though I feel a bit sleepy.
That's real life. After lunch, everyone is a little sleepy. Section 8. Finishing the day, school or work.
Now let's talk about ending the school or workday.
Good idea. You can say things like, I finish around, I get done at, I leave the office at, school ends at.
Here's mine. I finish work around 5 p.m. I usually clean up my desk, close my laptop, and head home.
And here's a natural student example. I finish school at 3. I usually hang out with my friends for a bit before going home.
That expression, hang out, is very native and super useful.
Yes, it simply means spending time together. Section 9. Going home and afternoon break. So, you're done with work or school. What next?
Well, when I get home, I like to relax a little. I usually change into comfortable clothes, grab a snack, and just sit quietly for 5 minutes.
Same. And here are some expressions listeners can use. I get home around. I take a short break. I relax for a bit. I rest for a while.
A nice natural example is, when I get home, I take a few minutes to unwind before starting anything else.
Unwind is a great verb. It means to relax after a long day. Section 10. Evening routine. After resting a bit, I usually start preparing dinner. I like cooking, so I enjoy experimenting with new recipes.
I'm not as patient as you. I usually make something simple like pasta or rice with chicken.
In English, here are some great evening expressions. I cook dinner. I eat with my family or partner. I watch a show. I do some chores. I take a shower.
You can also say, I like to have some quiet time in the evening.
Or I try to disconnect from work after dinner. Section 11. Night routine.
Night routines are also important when describing your day. Sophie, what's yours like?
Around 9 p.m., I start winding down. I make tea, read a little, and sometimes write in my journal. By 10:30, I'm usually ready to sleep.
Mine's pretty similar. I watch a YouTube video or a series, then take a shower and prepare my stuff for the next day.
Useful expressions. I wind down. I get ready for bed. I set my alarm. I turn off the lights. I go to sleep around.
A natural example is, I usually go to bed around 11. Before sleeping, I like to listen to some relaxing music.
Section 12. Putting it all together. Now that we've covered morning, afternoon, and night routines, let's combine everything into a full, natural day description.
I'll go first. I wake up around 7, get ready, and head to work. I start working at 8:30, have lunch around 1, and continue working until 5. When I get home, I relax, make dinner, watch something, and go to bed around 11.
Nice. Here's mine. I wake up at 6:30, make coffee, and get ready. I leave the house at 7:15 and take the train. I work until 5, then I go home, cook dinner, and spend time reading or listening to music before going to bed around 10:30.
Both sound clean, natural, and fluent.
Section 13. Transition to Part 3. We still have more to share. In the next part, we'll teach you advanced expressions, conversation examples, and mistakes to avoid when talking about your day.
Plus, we'll teach you vocabulary for weekends and free time. Super important in real-life conversations.
All right, now let's move to the evening and night routine. This is the part of the day when we slow down, relax, and prepare to end the day.
Yes, and it's also the perfect moment to practice English because you can reflect on everything you did.
Here's some common evening expressions. I get home around. I change my clothes. I take a shower. I rest or I relax. I make dinner. I spend time with family. I watch a show. I go for a walk.
And here's some native-like expressions. I wind down. I chill for a bit. I grab dinner. I binge-watch a series.
Sophie, what do you usually do when you get home? I usually change into comfortable clothes and take a quick shower. After that, I make something for dinner.
Sounds nice. I usually say, I'm starving when I get home, so I eat first and then I relax.
If you want to ask someone's evening, try, what do you usually do after work or school? What time do you have dinner? Do you cook or eat out? What do you do to relax? Do you watch anything at night?
These questions help you build long, natural conversations. Let's talk about night routines. Many people usually say things like, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I prepare my things for tomorrow, I set my alarm, I go to bed around,
Or also, I stay up late. Or I'm exhausted. Leo, what's your night routine like?
well, I usually have dinner around 7 p.m., then I watch something or study a bit. After that, I prepare for the next day, brush my teeth, and go to bed around 11.
Nice. I usually go to bed a little later. I always say, let me just finish this episode, and then I watch another one.
Now, let's learn how to connect your whole day using transitions. First, then, after that, later, in the evening, finally.
These words help your English sound organized and more natural. Here's a full example. I wake up at 7 a.m. First, I take a shower and get ready. Then I have breakfast and start working. After that, I have lunch at noon and take a short break. Later, I finish my tasks and head home. In the evening, I relax, make dinner, and watch a show. Finally, I go to bed around 11 p.m.
That's the perfect template to describe your day. Let's do a quick interactive practice. Sophie, describe your day in 5 sentences.
Sure. I wake up early and make coffee. Then I start working on lessons. After lunch, I plan new videos. Later, I relax and spend time with my family. Finally, I go to bed around midnight.
Great. And you watching, you can try the same structure.
So, today we covered everything from morning to night, how to describe your full day in clear, simple, natural English.
Yes, and now you can talk about your day confidently. Practice with friends, write about your routine, or record yourself speaking.
Thank you for joining us today.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep practicing your English in daily life.
See you in the next episode.